everyone, I'm Emily and I work in the Children's Department at the Defiance Public Library. Today I'm going to share with you some of our new books that are available for you to check out. This month's new chapter books feature characters who are dealing with difficult situations in their lives. They feel like they don't fit in, or maybe they aren't allowed to do certain things. You may be able to relate to some of the emotions these characters experience. Fly on the Wall by Remy Lai. 12-year-old Henry Koo lives in Perth, Australia with his mom, sister, and Popo, who are all extremely overprotective of Henry. Henry feels like his family treats him like he is a baby. His sister even calls him Bao Bao, which is Mandarin for baby. Henry's father lives in Singapore. Henry isn't super close with his father, but still enjoys spending his school break visiting him. However, this year, Henry's trip to Singapore has been canceled. At school, Henry's NRFF, not really friends forever, Phoebes, starts hanging out with a new group of friends. Henry feels like he doesn't fit in with her new friends. Tired of feeling left out and treated like a baby, Henry starts an anonymous blog called Fly on the Wall, where Henry shares the cartoons he draws about the gossip and rumors around his school. No one knows that Henry is the fly on the wall, except for one person who saw Henry working on one of the cartoons in the computer lab. Worried that his identity as Fly on the Wall will be revealed, Henry decides to fly to Singapore, all on his own. This will also prove to his family that he's not a baby. To follow Henry's adventure, be sure to check out Fly on the Wall by Remy Lai. Loretta Little Looks Back. 3 Voices That Go Tell It by Andrea Pinkney, with illustrations by Brian Pinkney. 3 generations of the Little family, Loretta, Rolly, and Aggie V, share their personal stories through narratives, poetry, and hymns about their lives in Mississippi from beginning in the 1920s and ending in the 1960s. Loretta recounts her strength and the sacrifices she had to make while growing up as the daughter of a sharecropper. Next, Rolly's story begins with Loretta and her sisters finding him as a baby in a field. Rolly grows up with a love and kindness toward animals and his crops. Aggie B is the last to share her story of boldness. Even though Aggie is only 12 years old, she stands up for her beliefs and joins the movement to help African Americans exercise their right to vote. To read their stories, make sure you check out Loretta Little Looks Back, 3 Voices That Go Tell It by Andrea Pinkney. Tune It Out by Jamie Sumner. Louise Montgomery, who goes by Lou, is a 12-year-old girl living with her mom in their truck. Lou loves to sing, but doesn't like to perform on stage in front of a crowd. Lou is extra sensitive to loud sounds and anything that touches her skin. And when those things happen, Lou may scream or run away. Despite this, Lou's mother has dreams of Lou becoming a famous singer with a record deal. Lou's mom also pulls her out of school because they want to assess Lou's odd behavior. One night, Lou is in an accident and is then sent to live with her aunt and uncle in Nashville. Lou now has her own bedroom and doesn't have to worry about when she will eat next. Lou also gets to go back to school, where she makes friends with some kids who are into theater. Lou gets involved with the school play as an assistant director. Lou also meets with a therapist at the school and learns that she has a sensory processing disorder. The therapist begins to help Lou cope with loud sounds and her touch sensitivity. Lou enjoys her life at her new school with her aunt and uncle. After the accident, Lou's mom has to find a place for her and Lou to live and prove that she can take care of Lou. Lou now has to decide where she wants to live. Read Tune It Out by Jamie Sumner to find out what Lou decides. The Vanderbeakers of 141st Street by Karina Jan Glazer. The Vanderbeaker family consists of Papa, Mama, Jessie, Isa, Oliver, Hyacinth, and Lainey. They live in a very old brownstone house in the middle of Harlem. Days before Christmas, the Vanderbeakers learn that their landlord, Mr. Biederman, is not renewing their lease. The Vanderbeakers will have to find a new home. The Vanderbeaker children plan to suck up to Mr. Biederman in hopes they can change his mind. The children scheme up great and not so great plans to persuade Mr. Biederman to allow them to keep their home. As Christmas nears closer, things are looking grim, unless a Christmas miracle occurs. To find out the Vanderbeakers' fate, read The Vanderbeakers of 141st Street by Karina Yan Glazer. This month I have one easy reader to share with you. Have you ever found a mysterious object and not known what it's for? That's what happens in Little Penguin and the Mysterious Object by Teague Bentley. Little Penguin and his friends find a thing. They aren't sure exactly what it is, but penguins love a good mystery. Little Penguin and his friends observe the mysterious object and start to make guesses about what the object may be. It's big and heavy and not at all tasty. Is it a back scratcher or feather dryer? A chili mixer or kickball launcher? What could this mysterious object be? Check out Little Penguin and the Mysterious Object by Teague Bentley to solve this mystery.